Well, it's spring of 2020, and we have got into the beekeeping business, and the original sound didn't come through, so I'm redoing the sound part of it. We got the box there, and we got our beehive, and here we're stirring some paint. You got to paint them because they come in bare wood. You do not paint the inside ever. They got hives in it, or frames they call them. There it is, all painted, ready to go. Now we've got to figure out a place to put it, and we're going to sit it in the back around those apple trees there. And we're going to get ready to mow now, and we're going to have it face southeast. That's where the sun comes up. They like early morning sun. The bees like the sun. Here I'm getting a stand to put it on, and you'll have the beehive. You'll have the bottom of it where they can come in. Then you'll have the hive part, and it's empty at the bottom. Nothing on the bottom. They can come in the entrance there and then go up through those frames and make honey. That's the whole trick, is to make some honey and pollinate the flowers and stuff like that. Maybe a few soybeans now and then. So you start off here, and you put that up there, and the bees will come in the entrance, go up through the frames, and they will go up as far as they can go. And you want them to start with just the bottom one. You want a queen in there with them. She'll lay eggs. They'll have little bees. I think there's lifespan maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not sure. But they all work, and some of them go out and gather honey, and some of them clean dead bees, and some of them just kind of hang around and charm up to the queen and stuff like that. And then you'll put a divider in between those two, and the divider will let the bees up in the next, they call that a super, but it won't let the queen up there because she's larger. Now we got our bees here at Crooked Hill Beekeeping up towards Chillicothe, and they have an excellent product. There's their puppy. There's our nuke. They call that a nuke, and it has 5 frames in it. It's the nucleus of a hive. That's their place in their barn and stuff up there. They sell beekeeping supplies. So anyway, with the nucleus, you have 5 frames, and it'll have a queen in it, a bunch of bees, and then you will put that in the beehive. The beehive will hold 10 frames. So you take these 5 frames and you put them in the middle 5. Then you'll have 3 empty on the outside and 2 on the other outside. And then the bees will make honey in those. And here I've got a full suit on, and I didn't really use this for a long time, but I still use the hood. You can have a smoker or a spray water to kind of scare the bees away when you're working with them. This is the only time that I ever used the spray bottle. Actually, I just used the brush, kind of brush them away. But here's the frame. They give you a good frame, a good nuclear full of bees up at Crooked Hill. I'll give them that. They're a good product. So anyway, you slip them down in there and try not to drop them or anything like that. They'd probably get a little upset with you. I tried to show you the queen bee, but I have no idea what they actually look like. Never did spot it. I was a little nervous that it might fly off when I moved them, but apparently she was happy there just to be with the rest of the bees, and she didn't go anywhere. So here's another frame full of honey and bees. You can see the bees kind of skirting around there. So, but you put those in there, and then you put the lid on it, and you leave it like that without anything on top for let's say a month, 6 weeks, 2 months, and then you come back and you take that off and you put another super on top of that. There's House Kitty. We found her in the Ford engine compartment when she was just a baby. We've had her down there ever since. Good kitty. Kind of not very social, but still pretty good. So anyway, you take the nuke when you're done here and get the lid on the other thing. And this is a separator where they keep the heat and stuff in, but they can still go up to the top. Now you can set like a pan of sugar water on top of this thing, and then the lid will go over that. And the sugar water is like 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of really hot water. Shake it up. But you could set like a flat pan on there and then put the lid over it. This is the lid here. And the bees would come up through that hole if they needed some stuff, like there wasn't any flowers or something out, and they could get the sugar water. Now that nuke there, once you've got the bees in the hive there, you just set the nuke down there where you see it, and the bees rest of them will fly up in there. They seem to kind of know where they go, and the book says that they can smell the queen some way or other. That's a jar of sugar water, and you just once you shake it, it never seems to go back together or anything. Now you want to put it in a bowl or a pan or something. I put it in a little pan with some rocks in there, and that way if they fall in the water, they won't drown, because the bees can drown, and you really don't want that, because they don't deserve that. So just fill it up to where the rocks are still above. Then if they fall in the water, they can crawl out and fly back in the hive and make some more honey and warm up to the queen a little more. But anyway, there they are, and they will go in that entrance right there. And that, as long as you're not scared of them, as long as you're not scared of bees, this is fun. Anybody can do it. Thanks for watching.